Hey, welcome back to Anti-King, and welcome back to my short-form review series where I take a look at a thing and try to determine, does it suck? Today, we're looking at Hellraiser 2022. Featuring a quote-unquote gender-swapped Pinhead, this reimagining seeks to reinvigorate a franchise that has been stuck in bad sequel hell. Most fans of the franchise will tell you, despite the Hellraiser series having 10 movies, that the series hasn't been good since either 3 or 4, and I personally don't care much for 4. The owners of Hellraiser's rights were reluctant to let go of them, but were required to keep making movies within the IP to secure the rights. What resulted is a handful of sequels with the Hellraiser name, and very little else to do with the franchise's original premise. In fact, a lot of those sequels were other scripts that just kind of had Pinhead and the Cenobites sloppily written in. And speaking of low budget, a few of them look like they were shot on early iPhones. It's just awful. Given the sad state of the franchise, surely this has to be an upgrade, right? Let's see. I'll start with some of the things that I like about this movie. And first and foremost, I have to mention the acting. Just in general lately, when I see a movie with a younger cast, the acting has been fantastic. Terrifier 2 and Bodies, Bodies, Bodies are great examples of that. I think the future of acting looks exceptionally bright, and this movie is a great example of that. I can't name a bad performance in this entire movie. I can name an outstanding one, however, and that's Jamie Clayton. Clayton brings a silent intensity that's definitely been lacking from the character in later installments. You can tell the care she put into this role, mimicking even the slightest details of Pinhead's affectations. The movie is also shot beautifully, and while it does feature quite a bit of CGI, it's done really well and really not a detriment to the overall quality of the movie. It's actually in a lot of places pretty stunning. The cinematography in general in this movie is fantastic. Not only that, but the design of the Cenobites is amazing, with a tasteful mix of practical effects and CGI. That does, however, help me segue to one of the things I don't like about the movie, and that's the kills here. As you may have gathered by now from watching other videos, I am a huge fan of practical gore effects. And the 2 original Hellraiser movies feature some of the best practical gore effects in horror history. This movie's gore is a decidedly less tasteful mix of practical and CGI. And while it's not always that bad, I would have liked these to all be entirely practical kills. While it might not exactly take a rocket scientist to figure out the plot here, I was hoping they would harken back to the original and keep the plot fairly simple here. It's a minor complaint, as I do like this story as a whole, but it was just slightly more convoluted than it really needed to be. So the question remains, does it suck? And I'd say no, absolutely not. Jamie Clayton is a terrific Pinhead, and the entire cast is so easy to root for, and so deeply fleshed out as characters. I feel as if this will almost certainly have a sequel down the line, and the only thing I'd really hope to see different is the reliance on CGI. But who knows, maybe the sequel gets a big boost in the budget and can actually afford some beautiful practical effects. I guess time will tell. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. I'm gonna just keep putting out a ton of videos throughout the rest of October before slowing down a little bit in November. And if you enjoyed this, I think you'll like a lot of what I have this month. But in the meantime, stay safe.